Hi guys. Uh, my name is Kirill. I'm a game developer, game designer, and producer of our game about this game, about our approach to game development of it, and I hope that it will be a series of streams about different aspects of game development of this game and about the future of the game and so on. So yeah, it could be really fun, I guess. So and yeah, today I want to just tell you a little bit about the game, about the our concept and core game mechanics. So yeah, actually Neanderthallica is a fun puzzle Metroidvania in which you can change the weather. This is like core game mechanic that we like we see it as a unique selling point for our game, that you can change the weather and everything in the game, starting from the environment and puzzles, also enemies and bosses in the game. They will be influenced by this weather change. I will tell you a little bit more about this later on. Also, yeah, guys, if you have any questions, you can write them in the chat on Twitch or on YouTube. I will check the chat time to time. Like it's not easy to check in both platforms at the same time, but I will try to do this. Yeah, so what is our game about? So as I said, the main game mechanic is that you can change the weather to affect the environment and battle system. As you can see in this animation, that our main character Yugur, he can change the weather by beating the tambourine, and he like eats some mushrooms to do this. You need to collect the mushrooms to make this magic happen. So yeah, he can beat a tambourine, change the weather. For example, there was like a rainy weather, and then it's sunny weather, and it influences the environment. For example, you see the water in the cave, and it will evaporate if you change the weather to the warm one. And for example, when the weather is warm, your weapon could burn, but when the weather is cold, for example, your weapon could freeze enemies. Also, when the weather is rainy, it could, for example, stun enemies and so on. Yeah. It looks like no one. I see one person in YouTube, on YouTube, so hi. If you have any questions about the game, I will be happy to answer. So yeah, please feel free to write any questions into the chat. Today I will try to tell you a little bit more about our game and some aspects of concept of this game, and after that maybe we will do some level design. Yeah. So second great thing in our games that we have a craft system, and we can craft more than 150 different types of weapons. And this system is really like it's very simple, and like you can craft a base for the weapon, and after that you can craft different heads for these weapons, and after you combine them you will get a different weapon with different mechanics, different stats. So for example, bases of like how it's called, sticks, yeah, or handle of the weapon is responsible for the damage, for the amount of damage, and heads for these weapons, they are responsible for different mechanics and stats of this mechanics. For example, duration of burning, of freezing, etc. Also, the these mechanics of weapons, they are combining with weather conditions. So you you have like not only 150 different weapons, but you can multiply it to 3 because we have 3 different weather conditions, and weapon will react on this weather condition and apply will apply different effects on enemies regarding to this weather condition. Yeah. Hi guys, if there is new new viewers, welcome to our stream. Today I will talking about our game, our concept of the game, core mechanics. So yeah, if you have any questions about our game, I will be happy to answer. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions in the chat on YouTube or Twitch. I will try to check these chats because yeah, it's not easy, but I will try to do this. Okay, the other point, like selling point of our game and the core mechanic, that you could use these weapons with different weather conditions in combination to solve different puzzles in the game. For example, you could be blocked by a lake of lava, and you can't go through it, but you can change the weather to the rainy one or cold one, and lava will freeze, and you can go through it like on the terrain. So yeah, we have a lot of puzzles, a lot of different types of puzzle, combinations of puzzles in the game. Like we have like 22 levels, and in each level we have 3 puzzles. So there is a lot of stuff to do in the game. Also, our enemies and bosses, they also have some like dependency on the weather, because, for example, if you fight with the boss, you should use different tactics, different weather conditions, different weapons, to defeat this boss. Um, and yeah, so you should use different combinations, different sequences, because our bosses, they have phases of fight. So for example, if they have 100% of health, they will do one stuff, one sequence of actions. But if they have like 50% of health, they will do different stuff, and they will have different weaknesses or resistances. So you should adopt to this and try different combinations of weapons and weathers. Yeah. Also, like as I said, we have like a 22 levels in the game. It's about 4 hours of gameplay, and the we have like it's a story driven game. Actually, we have a main quest in the game, main storyline, and it's totally narrated using visuals. So even dialogues in our game, they look like a bunch of symbols that you have to like translate to learn and translate, and think about what it is, what should I do next, and so on. As you see in this animation in the middle, this is this is a dialogue pop-up, and there is a bunch of symbols. If you solve some puzzles and progress through the storyline, you will learn new symbols, new words, and they will be added to your dictionary, and you can easily translate some symbols in the future, that symbols that you learn. So yeah, this is a quite interesting and fun mechanic, but yeah, you should. It's part of puzzles actually, and it will give you additional challenge. Yeah. Also, the storyline and the lore of the game, it's served as a visuals in the game, is some images, some cave paintings, or totems with carvings. So you should search for pieces of story of the world. Like you could collect all the totems in your inventory, in your journal, to understand what is going on, what is the story, what is the backstory of the world and of the storyline. Also, we have like our dialogues. They also have a very fun voiceover because the characters in the game, they are Neanderthals, like prehistoric people. They speak their own prehistoric language, and it sounds pretty fun. And yeah, we try to do to make it fun and understandable. It's like it has some links, some connections with English, with different words in English, but it's the same. Like not the same. It's a different language. Um, yeah. Also, is our game is Metroidvania game, so you can go back to the previous levels and solve some puzzles that you like can't solve previously. So for example, you found a new weapon or craft a new weapon with the new mechanic that can help you to solve some puzzles that you saw on the previous levels. So you can go back and solve it and get some rewards, new items, new weapons, new clothes, and so on. Yeah, I'm checking the chat and don't see any comments here. So guys, if you have any questions about our game, I will be happy to answer you. So please feel free to write something in the chat. I will be happy to talk with you. Today I'm trying to describe what is Neanderthallica, what is our game, the concept of our game, and the main core game mechanics. So yeah, if you have any questions about them, you could ask your questions in the chat. Yeah, the other thing that the setting of our game is not only a prehistoric world, it's a combination of prehistoric time and sci-fi. So actually, if you go through if you progress with the storyline, you will see that it's not only a prehistoric world. There is a different secrets, different artifacts that you can find that are not prehistoric, they are sci-fi, and you should discover what is going on and what you should do and how to like complete your quest. Also, we have 5 different biomes in the game with different weather conditions. For example, you at the beginning of the game you start in the jungles. In the jungle, so it's a jungle biome with rainy or warm weather, and each biome has like 5 to 6 different enemies. Enemies are specific for the biomes, and also each biome has different puzzles and different you can find different clothes in this on these biomes, so they are pretty different. And in the end of each biome there is a boss, so you can't go to the next biome before you defeat the boss. So yeah, bosses are pretty tough. They have a very complex mechanic. It's like it looks like a sequence of phases of fight with different resistances, weaknesses, and actions. So bosses will change their behavior. It depends on their health level. So yeah. Also, we have a lot of jokes in the game, a lot of Easter eggs and different artifacts and Easter eggs that are linked to some movies, for example, or animated movies, cartoons, or books or games that are about like prehistoric times, or maybe some media products that we liked a lot, like a lot, um, and want to like remind you. So yeah, maybe I could tell you a little bit more about our core game loop. Actually, it's pretty bold and interesting and engaging, as we see from our playtests that players really like it, because they don't do only one action, only one type of actions all the time. They are changing different actions, so with like different purposes, so it's not boring. For example, you could explore and discover the world. You could go through the storyline. After that, you could hunt monsters and collect some resources for the craft. And actually, you could craft the new weapons or clothes, and you can progress actually. Weapons and clothes, they give you the progression, a feeling of progression in the game, that you become better and better. For example, weapons could increase your damage, give you some new attacks, attack mechanics, or I don't know. If you change, for example, we have different attack mechanics that are provided by heads for the weapons, and we have like 4 tiers of these heads, and each tier is better than previous. So you can craft a new head for the weapon, and it will give you new possibilities, new better stats, and so on. The clothes in the game, they give you some new abilities. For example, you could swim under the water, for example, for unlimited time, or it will give you some additional health points, and so on. Also, after that, when you have some new weapon, for example, you could solve some new puzzles actually, because puzzles, they need some specific mechanics to be solved. So yeah, for example, if you get a new weapon with, for example, range mechanic, range attack, you could shoot into some target, and it will open some door. So yeah, this is how it works. So, and after that, you could progress in the storyline again. Also, our hunt, this part about the hunt, it has a small loop in it. Actually, you could fight with enemies and lose some health points, hit points, and you need to heal yourself. But how can you heal yourself? We don't have any med packs in the prehistoric time, so the only thing that you can do, it's eat some monsters. So you should kill someone to eat it and to heal yourself. Sorry, guys. So it's yeah, it's interesting mechanic because you need to kill someone to heal yourself. So it's like push you to do something in the game, to kill monsters, to progress and to heal yourself, and to think about how can I kill this monster with such a little small amount of health. Because you need to kill it to heal yourself, and you need to think about how to kill it actually. Yeah. Oh, I see the comment in the Twitch. Hi there, I've been following your game for a very long time. I have a couple questions to ask. Will there be an elephant in the game? If so, what role will they play in the game? Yeah, we have not the elephants, but mammoths, because it's prehistoric game. So we have the mountain biome where mammoths live. So they are, yeah, actually, and they very tough, very big and tough monsters. They have a lot of hit points, so you need to have to have some very great weapons to kill them. So yeah, actually they gives you new resources such as stone and bones and leather, and you can use these resources to craft new items actually. Yeah, so they are not boss enemies, but they are like simple enemies, but very very tough ones. And in each biome we have like 5 or 6 different enemies. They are like all biomes have different enemies. They are not the same with different colors, for example. They are totally different. So after for example, you killed the mammoth and eat it, healed yourself, and then you collect resources, and after that you can think about how to deal with other different enemies or boss, for example. Yeah, so it's a small fighting loop in the big core game loop. Oh yeah. So Yevgen, if you have any other questions, you could freely ask them. I will try to answer all the questions. Yeah, so I think this is all about the game mechanics. Maybe we can go. Yeah, I can tell you a little bit more about our metagame and different metagame mechanics that we can implement in our game, and it will add some depth in the gameplay. Will there be a Hungarian localization? I'm not sure about Hungarian, but English will be there 100%. We are looking for for some languages, like we are targeting some countries that are most have a lot of people, like a lot of players. For example, the Spanish language, it's not only about Spain, but about a lot of other countries, for example, in the Southern America. So yeah, we are targeting these languages. But maybe if the game will be successful, we will add other languages. I don't see the a big difference, big difficulty. Sorry for that. Big difficulty in it. So we could add new languages with updates. it's not a problem at all, because we have not a lot of text in the game actually, because all the storyline of the all the lore in the game, it's mostly like served as visuals. So there is only some text in the menus, some descriptions of items, and that's all actually. uh, Not at all, not a lot of text actually. Yeah. So what we have in the game, in additional to our core game mechanics, we have a very interesting storyline. It's for the players that we see as explorers. Yeah. We have a very interesting storyline. We have a lot of lore to explore and to discover. For example, you can search for the totems that can give you some pieces of lore about the story world, about the backstory, about the people that you meet in the game, or about the main characters in the game. So you can collect all the totems, all the pieces in your like journal, and like solve this puzzle about the lore. Uh, Also, we have Easter eggs that are linked to some media products like games or movies or cartoons that are about the Stone Age or prehistoric times, or just fun. So you can collect these Easter eggs, solve puzzles to collect them. Also, you can learn the language of our characters, because the setting of the game is prehistoric times, and characters, they are Neanderthals and like cavemen that speak only prehistoric Neanderthal language. It's like pretty fun, and sounds fun, and if you see our dialogue pop-ups, you see that all the words is symbols that you need to learn and translate. And when you progress through the storylines, through the quests, when you solve puzzles, you will learn some new words, some new symbols. They will be added to your dictionary, and you will be able to easily translate some of the symbols that you learned before. So it will be like a hint for the player what you should do, and what is going on. Yeah, also we have a lot of craft items. As I said, we have more than 150 different weapons in the game, because you can combine different parts and get a totally different weapon with different mechanics, with different stats, so on. For achiever players, we have achievements in the game. They are pretty fun. We collect some fun ideas what you should do in the game to gather these achievements. We have a lot of puzzles, of course, and you can progress. You can like make your main character better and better using craft items, weapons, and clothes. Also, for socialites, as we have a lot of puzzles in the game, They are sometimes they are tough. They are not so clear. Um, and actually, we were inspired by some old school games like the Neverhood, which had very tough puzzles, but fun puzzles. So we have the same type of puzzles in our game, so it's not easy to solve. They are not easy to solve, so you should collaborate with our other players. Maybe we will have a Discord. Already have a Discord channel. You could find it on our website. It's on the screen. Um, yep. I think that we will have a lot of discussions about our puzzles in the game, how to solve them, how to find some Easter eggs or some new unique weapons, for example, um, or how to defeat bosses, because bosses have specific tactics, and you need to uh, kill them in some specific way. So it also could be a very good topic to discuss in for our community. Also, we want to make a multiplayer in the future. It won't be in the like release version. Maybe it will be as a DLC later on. But there will be multiple interesting multiplayer modes. It's not a simple like PvP or PvE. It will be some co-op, like online co-op modes or local modes. For example, if you play with your friend sitting on the couch, and yeah, there will be multiple modes. For example, it could be I don't want to like uncover some details about our mechanics and storylines. So, mm, for example, there could be a mode where you, with your friends, you are um, defending the village from enemies, from waves of enemies. Um, it could be as a like a tower defense mode, actually, but with all this weather changing mechanics, with a lot of different weapons, different mechanics. So it could be fun, really fun. And for killer players, we have tough monsters, tough gameplay. Actually, some players that played our games, they said that it looks like sometimes it looks like a how it goes, these tough games where you die all the time. As oh Jesus, I forgot the name of the game. Ah, gosh. That's all. Yeah. Like Souls-like games, yeah. And yeah, we have tough bosses also. And also multiplayer could be challenging for this type of games players. Uh-huh. So also a little bit about our collaborations and activities that we are doing right now. Uh, we have a very interesting collaboration with our friends, Stone Jesus band. They are playing stoner rock, and they are pretty famous in Europe and in Southern America countries. So yeah, and in Ukraine, of course. Um, Actually, the bass guitarist is my really good friend, and guys from the band is my friends as well. So we will have them as NPC players in the game. They will give you a quest, a side quest, to collect the musical music instruments. So and also there will be their song in the game. Yeah, and I like the name of the band, that they have a stone in their name. Of course, it's not like just a stone, but yeah, it's pretty similar to our setting, like Stone Age, you know, and some stoned storyline, stoned stuff in the game. Yeah. Also, we have social media pages you could join. Please subscribe to our pages. You could find the links on our website. Just go to neanderthallica.com. There will be a link to our social media pages, and also we have a Steam page. And if you like our game, please wishlist wishlist us, add our game to your wishlist, and it will really helps us to like promote our game, to make it successful, and you will be up to date to all our news. So, and you will find out that if it's released. So yeah, please subscribe to our social media pages, and also add our game to your wish list on Steam. It will really help us. Also, we are planning to deliver official soundtrack of the game, because we have really great music in the game, not only from the Stone Jesus band, but we have really talented sound designer who is a musician as well, and he wrote a lot of soundtracks, tracks for our biomes, for boss fight, for example, for global map, and the main theme of the game. So it would be a really great official soundtrack. So we will give it as additional item to our early buyers, or sell it as like a separate item. We will see. We don't have like a clear strategy for this right now. So I think this is all for today, because I'm a little bit exhausted, because it's the end of the working day. So guys, if you have any questions, we will have like 5 minutes or so. I will try to answer them. So feel free to write any of your questions in the chat on Twitch or on YouTube. I'm waiting. Right Right now I can show you the teaser, short teaser. I don't think that's so I see that there is no questions. So thank you guys. Yeah, maybe if you will have any questions in the future, please join our streams. I think that we will make a series of these streams. Like I'm going to make a streams each Wednesday, maybe in the same time, at the same time, like at 6 p.m. Central European time. Maybe a little bit later, but I don't know. Maybe it will be at 6 p.m. Central European time. So please join all our streams, and I will show you a little bit more about our game development approaches. Maybe we will make some levels, do some level design, like assemble some levels in Unity, or assemble some animations for NPCs or enemies. Who knows? It will be some spoilers. So if you will join the stream, you will see some secret stuff from our game. So I will be happy to see you on our streams. So guys, thank you for today and see you